And why is it you were searching the vehicle?
Because of the deposit work.
And did you recover anything while searching the vehicle?
Yes.
What is it you recovered?
In the YouTube department, I located 57 grams of cocaine
Where did you recover it from?
in the department.
Do you know anything about whether this weight is for personal use or whether it would indicate narcotic sales?
I would say it's more money for personal use.
I think maybe I misunderstood. I thought you said, from your experience, 57 grams is for personal use.
No,
It's not for personal.
not for personal use. You just got the file? I turned it in already.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Cortez Martin, 252-714-039. Okay, everybody's appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. We got our OP-88-493.
Good morning, Judge Patrick, my name is P76343, Mr. Martin, you can state your full name for the court. Sarah Martin.
All right, your name?
Sergeant Revolve Hard Option.
All right, today's the date scheduled for preliminary examination. There is a count of the possession with intent to deliver 50 grams or more, but less than 450 grams of cocaine. The offense date was allegedly on April the 5th of 25. There's a second defense notice. Mrs. Morrow, any preliminary matters?
It is my understanding that the defense counsel has stipulated to people's exhibit number 1, which is going to be the MSP lab report that showed the weight of the suspected narcotics tested was 55.80 grams and the substance that was identified as cocaine.
All right,
So stipulated, Judge.
and you've had that marked Peoples 1?
Yes, Your Honor. Would you like to post?
I would, and I'll go ahead and accept and receive Peoples 1 into evidence through stipulation. You can hand that up. Yes, you can.
Thank you.
So Peoples number 1 is admitted. Any other preliminary matters?
Nothing people.
I would ask for a mutual order of sequestration, which is being taken care of right now. Just, no offense to the actual charge, no objection, no objection.
All witnesses, with the exception of the officer in charge and the defendant, are to leave the courtroom.
And this is my first witness, Your Honor.
Okay, call your first witness.
Thank you. People call Officer Washburn.
Okay, sir, you can come on up. You guys just marked this, right?
I did just mark this.
I still think you should initiate
What, would you-
everything. Good morning, sir. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God. Okay, can you spell your name for my recorder, please?
Randy Washburn, RANDY, WASHBURN.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Randy Washburn?
Yes.
Thank you. And good morning, Officer Washburn.
One.
Officer, are you currently employed? And where are you employed at?
Brownstown Police Department.
And what do you do at the police department?
Police officer.
And how long have you been an officer for?
Approximately 3 years.
And were you employed as an officer on April 5th, 2025?
I was.
And at some point, did your duties take you out on your Yosemite Road near Glasgow Road? Is that in Rostown County, Point?
Yes.
And what were you doing in that area?
I was on general patrol. I wasn't doing anything specific, just driving, looking for parking stop and nothing to do.
Were you alone or partner on that day?
I was lost.
And did you observe anything that takes you to court today?
What was that?
Did you observe anything while patrolling that brings you into court today?
Yes.
What did you observe?
I observed a burgundy Ford Flex parking lot of the gas station at Telegraph and Sibley. I had a similar contact recently with a similar vehicle at the Jackson gas station. So I pulled into the lot, ran the license plate, and that's when I confirmed that it was the same vehicle that I had recently with that was also related to my convict.
The officer's attention wasn't random. He recognized this specific vehicle from an earlier call at the same gas station, one that involved a potential overdose. That prior contact is why he decided to watch the car rather than just drive past it.
Okay, and was this vehicle making to everyone that's listed? Okay, what did you do based on your observations?
I just circled through the lot as I was exiting. I saw the male who I was able to identify as Mr. Martin exiting the store. As soon as he saw me, he stopped in front of the door, kept his hands on the door, trying to have the logo of grabbing police.
Of what?
Like he had the logo of crackers of police in his face. At that point, I exited the parking lot, circled around, and just came up to the
Okay, you stated the individual's name, Cortez Martin. Do you see that person before today? Would you please identify what that individual's wearing
That night or right
right now?
now? Green shirt, looks like.
I'll stick with it. Then he identified Mr. Martin.
Record should so reflect.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Officer Washburn, you stated that you're conducting surveillance of this vehicle. Did you
Yes.
observe anything?
I observed, now go out to his vehicle, and wait around for a minute, didn't leave right away, and then the vehicle left.
I apologize. You stated that you've had previous contacts with this individual. What were those previous contacts have nothing to do with?
It was a narcotics call as well. It was a potential overdose. We got called to the same gas station that telegraphed in Sibley from the name Salter Wheel. Then also Mr. Cortez Martin. When we arrived, Mr. Cortez Martin stopped over the deal. He had a passenger with him who had numerous narcotics in the vehicle, which was observed in plain view. And then I also located some narcotics on the street.
I'm sorry, can you just pull up a little closer to that microphone if you don't mind, Phil? Thank you.
Bringing you back to April 15th. You stated that you're conducting surveillance. You observed Mr. Martin, and he's just waiting around.
Yes,
Okay, what if anything else did you observe?
I didn't observe anything else.
Okay, at some point did you conduct that kind of stuff in that vehicle?
I did.
Why is it you conducted that kind of stuff?
So the vehicle went eastbound on Sibley. I knew that the vehicle had illegal tonnage on it. And when I went to the parking lot,
So that's a good offense?
it is.
Okay.
And then when I approached the stoplight or the red light at Sibley and Bracco, he stopped past the stop bar, which is also a takeable offense.
Okay, so you stated that you conducted a traffic stop?
I did.
And did you approach the vehicle?
I did.
And was Mr. Martin the one driving the vehicle?
He was.
Was there any other individuals in the vehicle?
No.
And what did you do, when you approached the vehicle and spoke to Mr. Martin?
I approached the vehicle, I spoke to Mr. Martin, advised him who I was and the reasons for the traffic stop. I asked him for his driver's license, registration, insurance. Mr. Martin, appeared to be nervous. He was shaking, kind of unsteadiness to his voice. He kept digging around in multiple pockets, which then I observed his driver's license sticking out of his pocket, which he wasn't able to locate at the time when I asked for it. I advised him, and it's right there, sticking out of your pocket. She retrieved it, and gave it to me. I asked him if there was anything illegal on the vehicle. He said no. I asked him if he would give me consent to search the vehicle, and he would not give me consent to search the vehicle.
I'm sorry, he what?
He would not give me consent to search the vehicle.
And did any of the officers, make the scene to assist?
Yes.
What officers made the scene?
Officer Lee, Officer Resnick, Officer Hunter, Officer Fox.
And were these officers requested to the scene?
Yes.
Okay, at what point were they requested?
When I made the traffic stop, I requested and I came not traffic stop.
Okay, was it right when you stopped the vehicle?
Yes.
Why is it that you requested a canine?
Due to the prior knowledge of narcotics in that vehicle.
Okay. And
While
did
all
that-
this is
did
happening, the
the,
officer also
individual
finds
with the
two
canine
open
arrive?
warrants in the
Yes.
system.
Do you know which officer?
Though it turns
handled
out
that canine?
neither jurisdiction
Officer
actually
Resnick
wants him picked up on
Okay,
those.
when that
It's a
canine
detail that
arrived,
could have
was Officer
complicated things
arrested?
further,
What were
but
you doing?
ultimately doesn't
I
end up
was working
mattering
on
much
Marion
to the
Ticket
outcome.
and
And did the individual with the canine arrive?
yes,
Do you know which officer handles that canine?
Officer Resnick from the Traffic Police Department.
Okay, when that canine arrived and with Officer Rustin, what were you doing?
I was working on Marion Ticket and Mr. Mark Little's had two active warrants for the arrest, so I was inviting dispatch to have them check on warrants, see if those jurisdictions wanted it.
And was there a check done on his warrants?
There was.
Okay, was this individual, Mr. Martin, going to be placed under arrest for those warrants?
What was that?
Was Mr. Martin going to be placed under arrest for those warrants?
Not at the time, he was just taking out the drug stuff.
Okay, and while you were writing the ticket, what happened?
Officer Resnick showed up, at which point he conducted the canine sniff around the vehicle.
Did you observe this?
I did.
Okay, and what happened after that?
Once Officer Resnick, completed his partner sniff around the vehicle, I met with him. He indicated to me that a positive alert he gave to.
And based on the information you were provided, what did you do?
I had Mr. Martin step out of the vehicle. He was secured in handcuffs. We asked him for permission to search him. He gave us consent to search him.
To search him or search the vehicle?
to search him.
Okay?
Did not locate anything significant, other than two phones, about $470 in cash. He was secured in a patrol vehicle and the search for the vehicle was found.
And, do you have any training and experience in narcotics?
A little bit, yes.
What is your training experience?
I've been to a couple classes for interdiction, 3-level interdiction classes.
Okay, and have you at any point in your career dealt with, stops that involve narcotics?
Yes.
And do you know what the indicators are of drug sale or personal use?
Yes.
Okay, you stated that you found 2 phones, amount of cash, that those indicate anything to you?
Yes, so 2 phones, one can be, and a lot of times when people,
Objection is speculation.
Your Honor, it's based on his training experience in narcotics.
Means that a lot of times it can be for,
Yeah.
if he's just going
I'll let you rephrase. I'm gonna strike that portion of the answer, beginning with that. A lot of times people will. Go ahead.
in cases in the past, people that have dealt drugs that use cell phones, multiple cell phones, one for personal, one for business to make those transactions, to keep that illegal stuff off the personal phone.
Okay, and you stated that the vehicle was going to be searched. Did you search the vehicle?
I did,
And why did you were searching the vehicle?
because of the deposit work.
And did you recover anything while searching the vehicle?
Yes,
What is it you recovered?
in the engine department, I located, 57 grams of cocaine.
Where did you recover it from?
The engine department,
In which compartment?
the engine compartment.
And your compartment is
Yeah. The front of the vehicle where the engine is, next to the fuse box and battery.
that? Okay, and how was it packaged?
It was packaged in like a saran wrap, bag that was tied.
And what did you do with the, suspecting narcotics that you recovered?
I secured my vehicle, transported back to the station, and they possibly tested, a field test was done, which positively identified it as cocaine.
And were these suspected narcotics listed in evidence?
They were.
And then did you, you stated the amount was about 70 grams?
Yes.
Okay, and then earlier you stated that you have training and experience in narcotics. Do you know anything about whether this weight is for personal use or whether it would indicate narcotic sales?
I would say it's more for personal use,
Okay,
not personal experience, training.
okay, 57 grams.
Yes.
All right. And then did you do anything else in this case?
I packaged the evidence, put it in, secured it. About the rest of it.
Nothing further this one.
Cross.
thank you, Judge. So just, you testified just recently, basically the personal experience at 57 grams, what we said, it's not for personal use.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Wait. You said, I'm sorry. I think maybe I misunderstood. I thought you said, from your experience, 57 grams is for personal use.
No,
It's not for personal.
not for personal use.
Thank you.
Watch this moment closely during cross-examination. There's a brief mix-up where the officer's own words seem to say the opposite of what he meant about personal use versus distribution amounts. The defense catches it immediately, and it becomes a small but real credibility moment in the hearing.
Thank you. I misheard you when you were testifying on direct. Go ahead.
Okay, so now that that's straight out, 57 grams is not for personal use.
Correct.
Okay, what's the cutoff for personal use?
I don't have a specific number.
Okay, well, you know 57 grams is not, so it's 55 grams personal use?
I would say anything less than 15 grams.
Anything less than 15 grams, I think is for personal use. Okay. Now, you pull up to the gas station, right? And you recognize the Ford Flex.
Yep.
And you run its number or its license plate through dispatch.
Yep.
You find out it's the same vehicle you had interacted with before.
Yes.
And you start driving around the parking lot.
Yes.
And there's no reason to stop the car this time.
Nope.
Car has no issues with it, is there, right?
Nope, other than the little tank.
Okay, so you can tell the illegal tip right there.
I don't.
Okay, and then the car, then you are circling our parking lot and you see Mr. Martin.
Yep.
And he's about to leave the gas station.
Yes. It was exiting the convenience store.
Okay, as a convenience store, sorry. And does he have any, I guess, does he have anything in his hands at that time?
Not that I observed.
Could you tell if he purchased anything in the store?
Not that I observed.
Could you tell how long he was in the store before you saw?
I don't remember.
Okay, how long between you seeing the Ford Flex and seeing Mr. Martin door?
I'd estimate roughly 2 minutes.
Okay. And I don't want you to guess, I just wanted to, it wasn't like 25 minutes, was it?
It was only a couple minutes.
Okay, and then at some point you park your car so you're slid to watch the Ford Focus.
Yes.
You see Mr. Martin leave the gas station
Yes.
and go up to his car.
Yes.
And I guess you said he was there for a while. He didn't leave right away. So did he take a while to get in the vehicle, or did he get in the vehicle and sit in the vehicle running for a while?
I believe he was inside the vehicle.
Okay, so he sits in the vehicle and then he said it takes a while to leave.
It was probably, again, only a couple minutes.
Okay, so didn't leave right away, is what it says.
Yeah.
Okay. And then at some point he pulls away
Yes.
and he still has the leash with him, right?
Yes.
And stops at and proceeds on the, I forgot what street, sure. He pulls onto the street, right?
Civic Road. Yes.
Sidley, okay, thank you. And as he's on Sidley Road, you start following him.
Yes.
Okay. And at some point you say he doesn't stop in time or stop at the, what you call it, stop bar?
Yes.
Or stop line?
Stop.
Yes, okay. Stop bar. And you're behind him this time.
Yes.
Are you right behind him or is there a car between you guys or?
Directly behind him.
Okay. And then because he doesn't stop at the stop bar, gives you another reason to pull him over.
Yes.
And then, I guess, is this a stop light or stop sign?
Stop.
Okay, the light turns green at some point.
Yes.
Mr. Martin proceeds through it.
Yes.
And then you proceed through it, turn on your lights.
Yes.
And you pull over Mr. Martin.
Yes.
And then you approach on the passenger side of the car.
Yes.
Okay, now you've already run the car, so you know who it's registered to, and you know it has insurance, right?
Yes.
And you know it's, I guess, you know when you run the car through Lean or through dispatch, does it tell you if it's registered?
It does.
It tells you if it has insurance?
Yes.
Okay, so the car's good to drive, right?
Yes.
But for the tinted windows.
Yes.
And you go up to the car and ask for his license and registration.
Yes.
And he gives you said he couldn't find it in one of his pockets at first. You pointed out to him, he hands it over to you.
Yes.
At least his license.
Yes.
You go back to the vehicle.
Yeah.
And you sit down in the vehicle, and this is when you're deciding what tickets to write.
Yes.
And you also provide that information. You scan it in, or how do you provide his information to figure out his warrants?
I believe I typed in either his name and date of birth into our system or his ops number.
Okay. So you searched and you used your in-car computer.
Yes.
And while you're doing that, you're able to see that he has open warrants.
Yes.
Okay. And what did you do when you found out he had open warrants?
I notified dispatch of the warrants. Actually, I went back up to the vehicle, asked him if he had anything to drink or any narcotics in his system or any medical problems, which are regular questions we ask to notify that department I didn't think about.
Okay, so just to make sure.
Yeah.
So you run his name, find out he has warrants.
Yeah.
And then you go and talk to him about his state of health.
Yes.
Okay, so then you talk to Mr. Martin about his state of health.
Yes.
And at that time, you had decided not to write a ticket for the pulling of the stop line, or?
No, that was still too calm, but I needed to check, make sure he was healthy and sober for the departments to let them know if they wanted him on those warrants.
Okay, just so I'm making sure. You immediately after you found out he had these warrants,
Yeah.
you stopped doing the tickets and went to investigate
Yes.
state of health
Yes.
for the warrants.
Yes.
Okay, and you found out his state of health.
Yeah.
I think did you find out he wasn't drunk or anything?
Yeah.
But he had like a limp or something.
Yes.
I know, maybe he said he had diabetes.
Yes.
Okay, so then you went back to your car.
Yeah.
And you relayed that information to dispatch.
Yes.
And then at some point, did you find out if the open warrants, the jurisdiction were going to pick them up?
I do not remember exactly when they notified us of if they wanted him or not. I know they got back to us and they did not want him, but it was after Officer Resident showed up.
Okay, so after Officer Resident showed up
Yes.
is when, and how would they inform you? Would you hear it over dispatch or would you get a lead message?
It would, they verbally tell us over the radio, and then they would also enter it into the CAD notes.
Okay.
The call.
Okay. Thank you. And so then, I guess, when did you make the call to, I mean, did you make an overall general call, just like, hey, I'm pulling over this car, or did you say, hey, I'm pulling over a car, I need backup, and I need a canine?
So when I first made the traffic stop, I requested a canine to get able to stop.
Okay. And then at some point, I guess, how long does it take after you check Cortez Martin for Officer Rusnick to show up?
If I had to estimate, probably within a couple minutes.
A couple minutes, okay. So then Officer Rusnick shows up, right?
Yes.
And you get out of your car then, or are you still working on writing the ticket?
I get out to speak with Officer.
Okay. And then when Officer Rusnick arrives, have you decided whether or not you're going to issue a ticket?
At that point, I never intentionally read the ticket stuff.
Okay, so you're planning to write a ticket?
Yes.
Okay, then how do you go, what's the process of writing a ticket now that you made a decision? Let's say Officer Rusnick didn't show up here.
So at that point, so even before Officer Resnick, I had already started writing the ticket. I looked at his information, Mr. Martin's information in the ticket writing software. I was going through, trying to find the correct codes for the different violations.
Okay.
And that's what I was working on when Officer Resnick showed up.
Okay, so you're in the process of writing the ticket. Okay, then Officer Rusnick shows up and obviously you get out and talk to him.
Yeah.
And then you watch as Officer Rusnick and his dog, which I forgot the name, go around and I guess search the air.
Yes.
Okay, and do you see the dog alert at all?
I was on the passenger side and he, from my understanding, he alerted on the driver's side.
Okay, on the driver's side of the vehicle? Yes. Do you know where? Was it the driver's the front door, back door?
I believe it was towards the front door.
You originally just stopped in for the stop bar and the tent.
Yes.
Okay. And you said that you called for a dog because of your prior allegations. Yes. And then you said it was kind of nervous when you went up to the car?
Yes.
Okay, so, I mean, I guess how did you tell he was nervous?
I've made a lot of traffic stops over the years. Most of the time, people are very calm, relaxed. Every once in a while, you get that person that's nervous because it's the police. However, Mr. Martin was noticeably nervous. One, couldn't find his driver's license since I was standing in the pocket. Two, he was chain smoking cigarettes on the traffic stop. He even had one cigarette that burned like halfway, almost completely, without even smoking them because he was so distracted.
So smoking cigarettes and not being able to locate your license, you took that as being nervous?
Yes, they did the nervous person.
And just to clarify, you told us that Mr. Martin was never arrested because of those warrants. He was just detained, you said?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Dutch.
Can you redirect?
Well, just to clarify, do you know, had the dog indicated that there was suspected narcotics in the vehicle, prior to the jurisdiction stated on Mr. Martin?
I do not remember specifically.
Okay, and then do you know about how long it took for Officer Rusnick to make the scene?
If I had to guess, probably within less than 10 minutes.
Oh, nothing to the witness.
Anything else within the scope of that?
No, Judge, thank you.
You can step down. Thank you very much. Call your next witness.
Officer Rusnick?
Okay. Okay. Terminating consideration for again. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you will give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a seat, please. You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. And good afternoon, Officer Resnick.
Good afternoon.
Officer Resnick, are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I'm a canine officer for the city of Charlotte
And how long have you been a canine officer for?
since 2020,
Okay. How long have you been an officer for?
since 2016.
And were you employed as a canine officer in April 2025?
Yes, sir.
By the way, can you spell your name for my reporter, please?
RUSNAK.
Thank you.
Judge, do you want his first name as well?
Yeah, it's Blake, right?
Yeah.
Blake.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
At some point as a canine officer, did your duties take you out on your city road near Washington Road?
Yes, sir.
Is that in the city of Brownstown, County of Wayne?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what brought you to that location?
Brownstown PD requested my canine partner for an open ear sniff out.
How long did it take for you to arrive at the scene?
I'm not sure.
And do you know, was it minutes or hours?
Minutes.
So once you arrived at the scene, who did you observe?
I observed a couple Brownstown cars there, and I believe I was briefly briefed by them. And I went to the car that they had stopped. I made contact with the driver.
And did you see any individuals that were not officers at that location?
Not to my knowledge.
You said you made contact with the driver?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that driver an officer?
No.
Okay. Would you recognize the driver if you saw him here today?
Probably not.
Okay. Do you know what officers were on scene?
I just know Officer Washburn, you said.
Okay. And you stated that you had a canine,
Yes, sir.
or you're a canine handler?
Correct.
Okay. What kind of training and experience do you need to be a canine handler?
Had to go through, we had to be certified. And we're certified through the National Association of Professional Canine Handlers. And we're also certified through Canine Academy Training Facility in Taylor.
Okay. And are you certified in both of those?
Yes, sir.
And did you have a canine with you when you arrived and assisted Officer Washburn?
Yes, sir.
Who's your canine?
Second,
And how long have you been partnered with Stash?
since 2020.
Okay. And do you have any experience in training in narcotics investigations?
Yes, sir.
What's your training experience like?
We're certified through NAPIC and KMUTF. We go to training. Our training days are on Wednesdays. We go as frequent as possible for at least 16 hours a month.
And how is it you assisted in this traffic stop?
I walked up to the vehicle. I advised the driver I was going to point my dog on the car. I had him, for his safety, I had him roll up the windows and kept his hands on the steering wheel while I was pointing my dog.
Okay. And did you deploy your dog?
Yes, sir.
And what happened when you did that?
My dog gave a positive indication for the odor of narcotics.
What is it your dog does that indicates positive or lets you know?
He's an aggressive odor dog, which means he scratches and bites when it's an odor.
And what did he do?
He bit off the.
And where around the car did you do that?
To my knowledge, can I take a look at my report?
Would it refresh your recollection?
Yes, sir. But
One moment. May I approach you with Your Honor?
Yes, you may.
Officers in your report, if you take a look at this, read this to yourself whenever you're remembering us to refresh, please look up comments. Does your memory refresh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
According to my report, it says my candidate partner staff indicated on the front driver's side bumper and quarter panel, the driver's door seam, the rear tailgate, and the passenger's door seam.
Okay, so multiple areas in the vehicle?
Yes,
And what did you do after the dog gave it an indication?
I just advised Brownstown PD. I'm not 100% sure if I advised Officer Washburn or who on scene, but I advised them there's probable cause to search the vehicle.
Okay, and did you assist in that search in any way?
I did.
What is it you did?
I conducted a probable cause search of the vehicle for the interior. I don't recall locating anything inside the vehicle. And then I want to say Officer Washburn opened the hood of the vehicle and located a blue cookie-like rock substance in the engine compartment.
Okay, would you go in a vehicle to us?
And
Would it be in your report?
yes,
Would it refresh your recollection of your report?
yes,
If you could take a look at your report and review yourself, Sam?
it was a burgundy Ford Flex.
Okay. And then did you do anything else in assisting in this investigation?
I believe I had field testing kits in my vehicle. I believe we took the suspected narcotics and I field tested it on the road.
Okay. And then what field test was it?
It's called like a mobile detect chem.
Okay.
You just take a sample and then you break the capsule, shake it, and then you gotta take a picture of the QR code and make sure it matches up everywhere.
And was there an indication on this?
Yes,
What was the indication?
positive indication for me.
Okay. And then, just to confirm, on this day, April 5th, 2025, were there any other searches done on a road burglary complex that we conducted on that day?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. I don't think there was this.
Cross.
Hey, Judge. Sir, do you know about what time you showed up to the scene?
On my report, it says at approximately 2:29. I'm not exactly sure what time.
Okay. And I guess, where were you at? Do you remember where you were before you got the call to code?
Somewhere in the city of Trenton.
Okay. And just come here, your job, you just drive around Trenton and
I'm a patrol officer.
thank you, that's what I should have said. So you're just patrolling and you got a call from Brownstown.
Yes, sir. Well, dispatch advised me.
Okay. Dispatch advised you that Brownstown needs you, they gave you the location.
Correct, sir.
And then you head over there. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And you have to call to dispatch and say, I'm heading over there, and they put up the cab reports or anything?
Yeah, I gotta get approval from the officer in charge.
Okay.
To anytime I'm leaving the city and go assist another agency, so they gotta get approval and then they radio me and tell me how to.
Okay. So it's not as soon as you get the dispatch.
Look at it 5-10 seconds.
Oh, okay, so it's that fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then you get to the scene, you don't take stack out of the car right away, right?
Correct.
You'll go talk to the Brownstown officers.
Yes, sir.
And do you remember who you talked to?
I do not.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, no worries. But you got briefed on what was going on.
Yes, sir.
And you were told you needed to do this open air stuff.
Correct.
And you happened to go grab staff in the vehicle.
No, sir.
Okay.
I went to the driver's door, so I just want to make sure everything's safe.
Yeah.
First, anytime I deploy my dog, and make sure the occupants of the vehicle are safe too, because he's an aggressive alert dog. So I always have the occupants roll up their windows, so there's no chance of them getting injured or anything.
So, okay, because the aggressive alert dog lunges towards what smells, maybe?
Yeah, when he's in odor, it's his job to source the odor.
Okay. And I think you said he barks, scratches,
And what's
and bites. Okay, so he obviously didn't bite the car, but he scratched the car.
he bites the car.
Oh, okay. So did he bite the car at this
To my knowledge, yes, even the bumper for the panel.
Okay. And then after that, after you find out this probable cause, you go and told the problem solving officers.
Yes, sir.
And then I guess basically your job's over, right?
At that point, yes, if I wanted to, I could leave.
Okay. But then you ended up waiting there until the end of the search.
Correct.
And then would you participate in the search as well?
Yes, sir.
So you were digging through the car?
Yes, sir.
And did you find I guess you found like clothing and everything?
Can I take a look at my report?
Yes, for refresher recollection.
In my inventories comment, I put there's food and trash is what I observed in the car.
Okay. And did you check where'd you see the food and trash? Front seat, back seat, trunk?
I'm not 100% sure, so I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries. Now, did you have a body cam on that day as well?
Yes, sir.
And did you have that on while you were doing the canine for your son?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. And at that point, you don't know who the car was registered to, do you?
No, sir, I did not.
And you don't know who owned the car?
No, sir.
Okay. Nothing further. Thank you, Judge.
Any other questions, Mrs. Smile?
Briefly, officer, you stated you saw, Officer Washburn at the location when you made the scene?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you recall what he was doing or any of the outside officers were doing? I'm sorry. Okay, nothing good.
No further questions, Judge.
You could step down. Thank you very much. Call your next witness.
No further, Mrs. Strong.
People move to bind over.
Represent her.
Defense has no witness.
No ways, Judge, correct.
Do you agree this is a fact question, Mr. Nylands?
Yes. But I still object.
Well, go ahead. If you want to say something, you can.
Just because I don't want it to be used later as a question of fact, so I wanted to file maybe a motion of wash if necessary. But I guess they just have Mr. Martin driving the vehicle. The drugs weren't in the vehicle that he was inside the actual vehicle he was driving. They were in the front and under the hood. I don't know how they can prove a nexus between somebody in the car of a car that's not registered to them, not their car. They're just driving it. How they could prove knowledge that there was anything in the hood of the car.
All right, good enough. I'm going to go ahead and bind the defendant over. I find that the crime of possession with intent to deliver 50 grams or more, but less than 450 was committed. There's probable cause to believe the crime was committed by the defendant. I'm going to go ahead and bind the defendant over. He's not in custody, so we're going to have the arraignment on the information on August 4th.
This is the core argument the defense makes at the end. The drugs weren't in the car's cabin. The car wasn't registered to Martin, and there's no direct proof he knew what was hidden under the hood. That's called a nexus argument, connecting a person to evidence that wasn't found on or right next to them. The judge ultimately finds enough here to bind the case over for trial. But that argument doesn't go away. It's exactly what a defense attorney would raise again down the road.